All right. So last where we left off, you guys finally were able to defeat the Drider and the Oni that have taken over Gallenford's home city, um, liberating it. Gallenford was valiantly blew a hole into his brother's chest as to defend himself and to put him finally to rest. Um, your adventure in the Autumn Feywild has come to an end. Gallenford has been banished from the Autumn Feywild. When you exit through the portal back into the den underneath the tree, when you come in, you immediately feel a cold. You're breathing. You can see your breath. It is. You can tell it is now the season of winter in the material plane. You crawl your way out of the hole back on to the surface, and there is some snow on the ground. It's not snowing currently, but as you can tell, it is very cold. Not dressed for this weather. Where do you guys go? Do you guys head to the Imperial City or head back to the fort?
It looks like the fort's pretty far.
I think the
Besides,
Imperial City. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I need to go get Cricket, my horse, wherever we left those. I hope Bonregard hasn't eaten it.
Well, it's Schrodinger's horse at this point, I think. And Beauregard is the box.
I thought Bonregard was the cat. He's neither live or dead.
I'm talking about the fate of Cricket.
Beauregard
Going to the
is an
Imperial
undead
City.
horse, correct?
Correct.
Yes.
So it wouldn't need to eat. So why would it have eaten cricket?
Well,
You could
correction.
ask.
It's eaten a lot of things already,
It may
so
not need to, but it sure likes to.
It's
Okay,
it's
gotcha.
more of a vampiric horse.
Ah,
I mean, why do zombies eat brains?
it's a good question. They don't need the sustenance. It's not like they're going to starve to death.
If you recall, Beauregard started as a skeletal horse and then ate some undead creatures in the kingdom of Hermon and evolved, and then ate a bear and then evolved again.
Yeah, I
It
think
gets
it's got,
stronger the more it eats.
I think it's got wings and muscles now.
But Sonia and Conjlin, this is the first time you've ever been to the, I would say the Empire itself on the continent of Vermoda. So everything you're kind of taking in the sights a bit. It is cloudy, overcast. Sonia, you are no stranger to snow yourself. But this is the first time again that both of you have seen the continent.
Are they where the bird is right now on the map?
Yes, and you, I would say, Aurora, you are making your way down the mountain pass.
Well, if they just walked through the portal, then I literally just woke up. I'll leave tomorrow. Right? Because unless the time has passed differently.
I would say, since it was almost immediately after, you're about a few hours ahead of them.
Yeah,
So
Ken, you vanished, and then we stepped through the portal, which means you've had about an hour and a half more than we have.
Right. So, and I'm way up here. This is where my monastery is, in the northern part of this mountain range. So, in my
Okay,
write-up, I
Dwayne.
said I was going to take a day, essentially, to gather what I needed for the trip, and then I'll leave tomorrow morning.
Guessing we should check in with the professor since we gotta head back to the capital.
Be a good idea.
We can also shop for some warmer clothes. It was like spring or whatever when we left.
Agreed.
Guess it's a good thing I still have this scaled dragon armor with. Well, that's just cold resistance.
It doesn't feel that bad. What's it called? She has
Because she's a
like the
Goliath.
cold. Literally, yeah, cold doesn't bother me at all.
Cold never bothered her anyway.
Why does everyone keep saying that?
How fresh is the snow?
It is. It seems like. Let's see. It's probably about currently a day old.
Oh, is it powdery, or is it like substantial? Like I could make it into a little snowball.
You can make it into a snowball. You're on the coast, so yeah, you get. This is definitely more solid.
Is that
Okay.
ice spider stuff I put on my armor having an effect on the snow? Last time I had like a ice spider, face spider resistant stuff.
Oh, that was to melt the webs. That would probably be gone by this time. So you guys decide to make your way down to the Imperial City. It's about nighttime when you get there. It is not, so it is very cold.
Say very cold or very quiet?
Cold. It's like how the temperature drops during the night. Yeah.
Mason's got to produce flame in his hand, just trying to stay warm.
Gallenford's going to shift his cloak into a more fluffy, warmer cloak that he can wrap around himself. Caradwin, do you think it's too late to catch the professor, or should we try and go speak to him?
Late at night or late as in he died because we've been gone for so long? He is an old man.
Both.
Probably not. I think we can
I-
probably catch him. We have a page of the thing that he wants.
4 pages. And at some point, I do have to call these into the one who shifted everything back in the Feywild. So the sooner the professor looks over him, the sooner I can hold my end of the bargain.
Listen, it's late and I'm cold. We're gonna go to the hotel or the inn and get some beers and warm up.
I'm with Mason.
So you guys do whatever you want. I'm gonna go home. Screw you guys. I'm gonna go home.
So Mason and Stig head off to the inn.
Same place, right? So we know where to find you?
Yep. Sounds good.
Do we recall who has our horses?
The professor was taking care of them. And you guys did have he went to the, if you recall, you asked him to go to the fort to put up the teleportation circle. So it's probably safe to say he took your horses back to the fort.
And I believe our inn, the tavern we usually go to, is the Crossroads. Is that correct?
Yes.
So Stig will say, yeah, same place.
All right, good to know. Not sure Caslin, Sonya accompany me and Caradwin to a lot of talking, or if you want to go to the Warm Inn Crossroads.
Well, we should probably get them at least registered with us, don't you think? Because the professor does have some authority, though minor, that he's given us. Probably a good idea that he's aware that we have new people working with us in case they need anything from him or otherwise.
That's a good point. And now that I think about it, Gallenford's gonna go into his some stuff in his bag where he's got like a disguise kit and stuff, and he's gonna just look towards Caslin. See if I can put some color on your face just so you don't frighten anybody. And I'm gonna attempt to use some stuff in my disguise kit to make Caslin not look as pale as he is.
Okay. Give me a. Also, I'll just say Dex. Let's see how nimble your fingers are to put on this makeup. You believe you gave him some color in his cheeks. So you put on some blush and whatnot, and some. Forgive me, Carla. Is it contour? I don't know makeup.
Sure.
I don't know. So yeah, you make him more alive. You make him look more alive.
There. Hopefully, no students bat an eye or get very judgy, especially since we don't have anyone to play pranks on them.
Is it bad that when you said bat and eye, my first thought was that you were making a vampire joke?
No.
You guys, you four make your way to the Arcane University, where you do find that the library at this hour, usually there are some late night studiers. So, Caradwin, you're no stranger. So you walk in and you definitely see not the professor, but you definitely see a librarian behind the desk.
Hello, librarian. I know it's a bit of a late night, but we have something very important to discuss with Professor Bierce. That probably should not wait until morning, and I think you would agree.
Let me see if he's available. Oh, and she gets up and walks all the way up. You guys are still down in the common area where you see students studying and whatnot. Eventually, she makes her way back down, and she's like, "He will see you."
Wonderful.
Thank you. You're looking quite radiant tonight, by the way.
Thank you. She kind of blushes.
Gallenford will just wink and then follow Caradwin.
You got all the four of you make your way up to the professor's door. Caradwin, you knock on it. Come in.
Hello, Professor. It's been months? Question mark.
Oh, it's been some time. Yes. Oh, I gotta get my professor voice. I'm assuming your expedition was successful.
I would say so overall. We did get Gallenford banned from the Feywild, but we do have a number of pages for you,
You do.
and a couple new allies as well.
Oh, we.
I must ask, the other pages that I brought, have you finished looking over them, since I still must produce them for the one I mentioned to you?
The more pages I get, the more progress I make. Each one provides a clue, and more is more being revealed. I assure you, I am making progress.
Very well.
But there are still, I believe there are still many more to acquire.
To translate what he's saying, Gallenford, no, he hasn't made any progress. He needs more data first.
I have to make progress, young Caradwin.
Forgive me, it's just the scope of what we dealt with in the Feywild. The fact that I am now banished because of some magical changes that have altered my past, making things very confusing, all result from the one who is awaiting these pages.
And what portray caused this?
I think we explained before, but we did not understand the gravity of what the cost was. You recall when I fell before and I was brought back by an unknown entity who, like you, requested that we retrieve these pages to help protect the planet. Well, when one of our companions fell, this entity offered to help again, but had asked me 2 questions, and I still don't understand how, but those 2 questions dealing with my past apparently warped everything.
Well, did he reach out to you, or did you reach out to him?
Well, if I mention anything about the pages, he responds, but when I first fell, he reached out to me. When Nyx fell, I reached out to him.
And when she fell, you asked her to bring her back, correct? For a price.
Correct. Though I did not know what the price was other than answering the 2 questions.
Unfortunately, these are such things of greater beings. You paid the price, and so you must live with the consequences of these actions that you have brought yourself upon. Always be wary of your wording, young Gallenford. Make sure that you are precise and clever, or else these things, or not. I don't believe this entity is a malevolent being. However, you did ask it for help.
This is true. I did request the aid, and I was not precise. As a bard, I should know better. The gravity of what was done is just... I don't know if it is to you still, Caradwin, but very confusing that everybody believed me to be dead.
Well, I don't. I think that's the thing that stumps me about this whole situation, is that altering the fabric of reality is not an easy thing to do, and the price of that just being wiping memories, changing, for lack of a better word, part of the plot, seems a little bizarre. Professor, I don't know if you understand what this being is that is looking for these pages, is responsible for writing them to begin with, but this whole thing is well, strange is the probably most minor word I can use for it.
It feels as if we are playing a grander play than what was initially set forth. If this thing is that powerful and it's trying to stop something else, which worries me even more of what it is we're actually preventing.
Or if we're even preventing anything at all at this point. We could be working in the opposite direction as well, which is also concerning.
That is true. I don't, not even on my records, I don't know what or who, most gods themselves don't even have this much power without amplification through some sort of, like your wand, or, wait, you have a wand, wait, Karen, do you have a wand or a staff?
I have them, but I don't need them. My spellbook is my
Okay.
arcane focus.
It's like your arcane focus, Caradwin. You amplify your magical power through that and through Morrigan. So something must be amplifying. It must have helped him amplify for this this deal that you made or whatnot. These are strange times, I will admit. Things are, it seems like they are in motion, and I am actually very diligent in trying to figure out what these things are.
Well, it's all one big old mystery.
Yes, but do you house the pages?
Yes, 4 to be exact. And sorry, this is Sonia back here who just asked me this question. I'm not very familiar with Warlock patrons or what they are,
Oh,
so hopefully I did not.
Sorry. Who are your friends?
Hi, I'm Sonia. I'm a cleric, and I guess I'm here to help.
Oh, madame. And he takes your hand and kisses it on the hand. It's a pleasure to meet you. And you, sir. Who are you? Coslin?
I am Caslin. It's a pleasure.
The pleasure is mine. You have an air of... And he, like, sniffs the air of, something interesting. But it is not my place. So how is everybody else? What is everybody else?
Drinking their worries away. It was quite a journey.
Which I all am excited to read in your report.
Oh, I have been journaling the whole time, so yeah, absolutely. I mean, I can just give you that if you like, but I could do making some editorial changes just to make the language flow a little bit better, and also so you don't have to see all the dirt stains in it. And the spider webs.
I understand the journal, but I need an official report. So you don't leave out all the nitty gritty details. I need everything that you for the records.
And that report will count as the grade that has been behind because of the Feywild timey-wimey whatever stuff, right?
What?
Hmm?
No. What'd you say?
I'm hoping that this report, an excursion into the Feywild, think of it as... Because how long has it been, Professor, that we've been gone?
Oh, 6 months about.
So I'm hoping that this report will count as what's the word I'm looking for? Oh God, I cannot think of it. A foreign exchange program, a study abroad. Considering it was 6 months.
Oh, you do aware that what on these official missions that they are not public knowledge. So,
Which is why I'm asking you, Professor, to grade me for study for foreign exchange credit for the semester.
but you have your other professors to deal with.
And I'm sorry, are you not above them? I thought I was dealing with somebody who had some sway in this.
Oh, we are all, my colleagues and I are all equals. Especially when it comes to your homework.
You really can't explain to them that I was in the Feywild for 6 months? You're really going to make me write that much paperwork?
You're still in college, young lady.
That's actually bullshit, and I think you know that.
I think Stig and Mason might be having a bet on how fast it takes Caradwin to punch somebody.
All I'm asking is a 6 months excursion, and I just think that should count for something.
Oh, it will. But you still have your
4
other
pages.
studies to catch up on.
For the next semester.
Caradwin, you do know I write stories as well as tell them.
I just don't think he understands that I can summon literal devils now, and I'd rather not have to deal with that. I'd rather not have to prove a point, that I'm better than most of the students here. At this point, 6th level spells is like a master's degree. Jesus Christ.
If you, I will put in a word, but you still will most likely have to do your finals for the past semester to prove that you are able to, that you say you are caught up on all your studies.
Fine. Whatever.
Is there anything else you wish to discuss this evening?
Is there anything else we need to discuss? Really just making sure that you're aware of these guys because they're part of the team. We have another one, but she was with us as a Radiant Ghost. So she's not in the city. But she's cool.
She astral projected, I believe it was.
And who is this?
Aurora, one of the Silver Rings champions or members.
I see. Well, I expect she will have a report herself to write when she gets back to the Imperial City, about her venture to help you. But I expect that to be in the report as well, Caradwin.
Her report needs to be added to mine, or do I just need to put that she was there? Because I can do this.
She has her own report. You have a report, and she
Yes.
will have a report.
But I wasn't going to leave her out. But I also don't think she will write the report. If I have anything to go on, she's probably just going to leave for adventure. Yes.
I understand the homework has to be done by Caradwin, but since the report is based on a mission by our group, does that necessarily have to be written by Caradwin?
She is the contact for your group through me, so yes.
I tried Caradwin. Sorry.
If you were sorry, you'd help me convince my professors to not have to make up all that work for 6 months.
You will have your finals.
My statement doesn't change.
Your students are all the same. But it is good to be young. If that's the case, can I please have the pages?
For a good grade.
Hand over the 4 pages.
For the grade, exactly.
You wouldn't happen to have an idea of where one can locate a Tomb of Leadership or a Manual of Quickness Action, would you, Professor? With all your knowledge?
Perhaps. But why would you need something that powerful?
Well, if you saw some of the things we face, you would understand that anything can help.
At the moment, I don't. It seems to be you're doing fine without it at the moment. But I apologize, but with these 4 pages, I have much work to do, and so, children, you'll be hearing from your professors shortly about your finals. I will put in a word for you that you don't have to do the homework, but I can't get you out of your final. And I will expect a report from you, an official report from you soon.
Can you just have them at least, teleport me a letter? I don't want to have to deal with a magic mouth or a sending spell from them.
Good night, Caldwin.
All right. Cranky asshole people.
He ushers the 4 of you out, and when he closes the door, behind you hear an audible lock.
Is he always like this? Doesn't seem very helpful.
Sometimes he's a little bit more helpful, and sometimes it's more talking around circles, but it's been a means to an end. It's led to something each time.
Let me put it this way. He's an old wizard.
Oh.
I think that does it all.
I take back what I said about wanting to go to college. This sounds stressful.
So, the 4 of you head down. Caradwin, you obviously have your dorm here, but where do you guys go from here?
Gallenfer winks at the librarian before they leave.
She blushes. Mason and Stig, you guys are enjoying some hot buttered rum to warm your bellies, and enjoying the cozy fire in the inn.
And Stig would like to first know how long they've been gone, and basically catch up on any gossip or rumors.
Okay. So they're actually gone for about an hour or two. So they've been gone for a while. So if you're
They can't possibly get into that much trouble in an hour, right?
so far no, that you're aware of.
Talking to Mason, voice in my head.
Oh, I couldn't tell.
Why is God answering my monologue to Mason?
This spiced
That
rum
must
is
mean
pretty
trouble.
strong.
Well, in this world, gods might actually talk to you. I don't know. In this snow, it could, maybe they're stuck.
Nah. Maybe they went to the wrong tavern. Maybe we went to the wrong tavern.
You want to go try a few more?
Yes. Heck yes.
Mason's gonna look out at this snow and be like, "Yeah, let's order another drink here."
Excellent. So do we DM? Do we catch any rumors or anything that might be of interest to the meddlers?
Give me
Any fireworks displays, suspicious rulers,
Mysterious figures and cloaks?
undead horses around?
Give me a investigation check. Yes, you actually hear some rumors. You each hear one that catches your attention. Mason, this one particularly draws home to you that there has been some activity up north in the fort in the military forts where you were stationed at. Some people, it is rumored that some people have gone missing up there. No one of in particular, but there have been reports of disappearances coming up from that city up above, from the north. Stig. You hear a rumor that the church has been more active in Aeolipoli. The Church of Drum has been kind of taking more of an authoritarian stance. Some people have had bad dealings with them, meaning when they run across them, they haven't had pleasant experiences with them, for the most part.
Did you hear that? That church, what not got done my curse, seems to be causing trouble.
That's not good. None of our clerics and priests are affiliated with that, Aurora or Sonia.
Are you asking me?
No,
Oh.
no, Aurora's too good for their garbage. She knows what she's doing. And Sonia, well, she's well, I don't know what her deal is.
Yeah, she's probably got some Goliath giant person. Well, I hope we don't run into them. Those religious fanatics are They can get nasty when they get all zealous and stuff.
Have you had experience with zealots?
Not personally, but stories get around. It's how the liches and all the evils gets started.
It's funny how that happens, isn't it?
Yeah, they say power corrupts. Not many people with more power than gods, or they who think they have God's protection.
By this time, I would say Gallenford, Caradwin, Sonia, and Coslin enter in through the doors at the crossroads.
Ha! I see you guys found us.
Of course. Same table, it looks like.
Were you able to get in, or did you have to punch somebody? Mason looks over at Stig.
Stig
We didn't
gives
punch
about-
anybody.
Oh, man.
I mean,
You thought
Gallenford
Caradwin was
flirted
gonna
with the
punch
librarian a little bit.
Hey, create friendships, and they can eventually aid you with more things later.
That's what you call it, Gallenford.
Hey, after what I experienced and the fact that I can never go back home, we need more friends here.
What you need is a drink.
You know what? You're right. So Sonia, Caslin, what do you think of the capital so far?
I think it looks delicious.
Well,
Hmm.
I haven't seen much of it, but it's pretty big. I give it that.
So, what are your plans for the future?
I haven't really given it much thought. As I said before, I'm mainly looking for signs of this creature that killed my family, but I haven't been able to find much clues leading to them.
Well, if it's a creature you're hunting, may I suggest the Hunter Slayers Guild? It's kind of what they do.
That does sound like a good idea. Probably have a lot more information about the creatures of Armoda.
Well,
think they-
you helped me get revenge on the creatures that ruined my family, so you have my blade to aid you.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
What about you, Caslin? Are you gonna stick around? Are you gonna...
I plan to see this group's journey to its end. You have my bow until the end of time.
Do I hear an axe?
And my spellbook.
Well, I'm not sure we have a.
I don't think we have an axe around here.
Oh, wait, I don't think we sold Hugh. Let me pull it out of the bag of holding. And Damascus's axe.
Oh. You said end of time. How old are you, Caslin?
Several hundred years old. I've lived many lifetimes.
Well, I must say this cult is doing a lot for your complexion. You look a lot better, a lot healthier now.
Yeah, he does look a lot better. Maybe it was the Feywild.
You have Gallenford to thank for that.
Gallenford, what did you do to Caslin?
It's just
Just some stuff from my disguise kit.
Nothing weird, huh?
A bit of
Just gave
makeup.
him a makeover.
Okay. Well, it looks nice.
I did catch the subtle delicious. Since you'll be joining us, I don't know about the others, but if you do have to do that, can you at least make sure they are bandits or someone who deserves it?
Always.
Would you mind taking
I
my
would never
horse
harm
with
the
you?
innocent.
What was that?
Always. I would never harm the innocent.
That is good
Then
to
I
hear.
asked if he could take my horse with him because my horse also needs to feed on blood.
I wonder if Caslin can tame Beauregard.
probably tame it as well as you can tame the sea. It treats you well, and then it throws you overboard and you have to kill it.
Yeah, hopefully we don't have to go at sea again.
Well, maybe not for a while. Though it would be... I wouldn't mind making another trip to Edox.
It'd be nice and warm over there, wouldn't it?
I don't know. Do deserts have winter?
I mean, it's kind of the point of it. It'd probably be nice and tropical right now. Deserts are normally hot, and if you cool them down a little bit, they'd be pretty nice, I think. No, I don't think we'd find a ship captain willing to sail through this.
Doubtful. So, did you get everything squared away? With the professor?
Debatably.
Yeah, did he give us a reward or something for that?
No. Didn't even get me out of my finals. Asshole.
That was very ungrateful of him.
I agree.
We should put a bad review, an anonymous bad review of him in the paper.
RateMyProfessor.com. Went to Feywild for 6 months. Couldn't get out of finals.
No, we can't write it to where he knows it's us. We have to write, like, took a job for the professor, long-time contract, you know, like, no tip.
I do hate to burst the bubble, but I think this one was more of he knew where 4 pages were, and it was actually more helping me deal with my thing. Not our usual contract like with the dragon.
So you're saying you need to compensate us?
Oh, I would love to fight a dragon.
Well, we do still have that flute that's in the pack that will summon a black one. Speaking of that, though, Professor Beers forgot to mention this, but wasn't what's her name wanting that and the lantern from us, even though you didn't agree, Caradwin?
Sorry, say that again?
Remember you relayed in one of your messages that the dragon lady took care of the were-rat, but wanted compensation. And, oh yeah, son, we killed the dragon.
Yeah, well, did we? I think we thought we killed a dragon, and then we woke up and its head scurried off into the mountainside. But there is another dragon that we saved from Enox, who lives with us. And she did want a reward, and I don't remember what the reward was.
Stig will
She
cough
did.
in his drink. Wait, the head got up and walked away?
Yes. Oh, we didn't tell Stig this, did we? Yeah, the head of the dragon is still somewhere.
Listen, if you behead a dragon, you killed it. Just because it becomes undead later is not your problem.
What kind of dragon was it?
Gallifrey is gonna pull out his loot and is gonna retell the battle with the mind warped frost dragon.
Oh, I should also let you guys know that there is a third dragon in our story. We just haven't summoned him yet. But he does exist, and all we have to do is play a flute.
And I'll use
Why have
illusions
I
as
not
I
heard
play
this
the song
before?
to tell the story.
We have now 2 nuclear buttons at our disposal.
What's a
Wait,
nuke?
2?
Yeah, I can see how the dragon summoning flute would, but what's the other one?
Oh, yeah. I
Caradwin?
have a secret.
What's a nuke?
What did you do?
What
I
did
didn't
you
do anything. I bought something amazing. And potentially world-shattering.
Please tell
What's
me
a
it
nu-
wasn't from the hag.
Mason,
Well,
you're like,
no.
what the hell's a nuke?
What's a nuke and why do I want to build one?
Think of something that can destroy a city. And then some.
A
I
dragon.
definitely want to build one now.
Is it a
I
curse?
bought something amazing. And I'm gonna leave it at that.
No, you can't leave it at that.
Gallifrey is going to... Wait, that's not going to work. It's not going
I
to...
run. I fully leave. I leave them with that
Stig
ominous thought.
as Caradwin leaves, Stig was the point and says, she didn't pay!
I didn't order anything.
That is true. She didn't order anything.
They don't know that.
If they're a good host, they would.
So, I mean, Aurora, where do you go? Do you go outside? You said
Wait,
you,
what?
Where does I mean now, Aurora? I'm sorry. Caradwin, where do you go?
Yeah, okay, thank you. I was like, are you gonna do me up in the mountains? What I don't know.
No, I'm sorry. I got the two of you mixed up.
Cut to Aurora on a carriage heading down the mountain, and some guy goes, you're awake.
Stig's just like, is that like a curse? Switch to Aurora, who sneezes. Zoom back to the park.
No, I'll just go to my room and sleep.
Well,
She walks back in.
yeah. You walk back in one room, please.
No, I have a dorm.
Oh, so you're going back to the Arcane University?
Yeah. I'm fully out of there.
Okay.
I want to let them sit with this ominous thing that I gave them. It brings me so much joy.
Does it?
Yes.
Confirmed,
Okay.
Caradwin lives off our pain and suffering.
I guess that's her thing? Worrying everybody? It must be stressful.
Bringing deadly creatures to join the party. That's Caradwin.
Well, if any of us becomes a super evil wizard lich person, it's probably going to be Caradwin.
And you have measures to make sure that doesn't happen?
As gestures to Stig.
Oh, that's very accurate.
Has it worked before?
No.
That was very good comic timing, by the way. The gesture to Stig. I very much enjoyed that.
Considering we've
I
been
think
in
I'm gonna get a
situations
drink.
where Stig's been brainwashed and nearly took down the whole party, I'd say
Yeah, it's kind of
accurate.
a work in progress.
We've all got issues. Besides, I've already went through my evil arc. I happen to have survived being a were-rat vampire. Thank you very much.
Yeah, didn't like being on this side of that.
I bet you didn't.
Maybe having Aurora might be a good idea. She's can deal with curses.
She can deal with a lot of other things, too.
Right.
How is Aurora gonna find us, by the way, if she's gonna rejoin our group here?
Please,
Oh.
we're the Meddlers of Mischief. Anybody can find us.
She did somehow find us in the Feywild, so
Well,
that.
she was attracted because somebody died, so I'd rather not summon her that way again.
I don't have the capabilities now, but I can, if I go to bed, and I could probably learn sending and send her a message.
Long distance call? Oh, that's. I can only do short distance. That'll definitely be helpful.
So what do you
Yeah.
think Caradwin's got as her ace in the hole thing? You think she sold her soul to the devil?
She said she bought it, but she at least said it wasn't from the hag. Which
I mean,
means it's something in the
Selling your soul
Feywild.
is a transaction and could be interpreted as purchasing.
It's hard for me to dispute that, considering last time I was overly optimistic and I was wrong with the whole shadow creature.
I had forgotten about the shadow creature. You think she's possessed again?
I didn't know she was possessed the first time, so I don't know.
Has everybody been possessed at least once?
Yeah, probably. That's why we need Aurora.
I wasn't possessed before.
You were possessed by the urge for revenge.
Okay, yeah.
You are
That
possessed
counts.
by the delusions of grandeur.
Okay, we're all guilty of that.
I can see why my god sent me.
Yeah, we could definitely use some divine guidance now and then.
I'm gonna go get a drink. She walks away.
So, Caslin, you ever been possessed?
No, I can't say that I have been possessed. Seems to be a problem in this group.
All adventurers experience it if you stay in the job long enough.
I'm a lot older than you, and I've been in this job a lot longer than you.
Maybe you haven't been doing it right. Or maybe we haven't been doing it right. I don't know.
I'll work on it.
It's one of those experiences that everybody should try at least once in their life.
It changes you.
I can only imagine my body not being my own.
Oh, maybe you're possessing someone.
I have no desire to possess nor control.
Well, didn't you just describe as your body is not your own? That's possessing someone.
No, he said he can't imagine what it would be like.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think I've had too much beer. It's starting to get fuzzy.
Here, Kazan, have his.
No, give me.
But you've claimed to have been in this job a lot longer than us. So tell us, what's one of the craziest things you've ever seen?
My family slaughtered before my eyes while I couldn't do anything.
Yeah. Wow. I don't know what to do with that. Takes another drink.
So that's why he's Batman.
Yes, slow clap, Aurora. Very good. I liked it.
Sorry. From hundreds of miles away.
Who says Aurora can't astral project in the same plane? She just can't make herself visible. She just watches.
Well, I
Creepily.
currently don't know where you guys are. Because when I talked to you guys, you said you were going back to the fort. So I'm preparing to leave for Timberland. I have no idea you guys went to the capital. So if you stay there for 8 days, then I'll get to the fort and you guys won't be there.
Don't worry. Knowing our record, the fort probably won't be there either.
Kazan, what's the coolest shot you've ever taken?
Well, I haven't... Oh, you guys, never mind. Chris already said that horses are probably at the fort. That's right. I was like, you haven't found your horses yet, so...
Oh, but you know what? I wonder if they installed our teleportation circle there.
Oh, that'd be so nice if we could teleport there from here.
Because didn't we take the ask them to install it?
I think we did.
We did.
I don't think they installed that one. I think he just set up one like normal. Caradron, how can we speak to you from so far away?
Yeah, Caradron, you're not there. You went to bed.
I'm speaking through Morrigan, who's still there.
Caradwin's just enjoying the laugh right now.
How big is Morgan now? Are they a medium or
A
large?
medium creature. Morrigan is a crow with 3 legs, the size of a regular dude.
Okay, so we've got this like human-sized bird sitting at the table, just be like, "Well, what are you guys talking about?"
I just picture it's like a Jurassic Park raptor, and it's just like, Alan.
So Morgan can speak normally. He can speak the common tongue.
It's doing one of those like bird things where it like goes into the drink, comes out of the drink, goes into the drink, comes out of the drink.
Yeah, he went and got his own hot buttered rum, and he's sitting there with you guys. So, that was fun in the Feywild.
Is he using his wings like human hands?
No, he has a 3rd foot.
Yeah, he has a 3rd foot.
Mason's gonna
canon.
Mason's gonna yell at the next table. It's a druid. Shut up. Go back to your drink.
It's a Kenku.
Have you noticed that young Codwin has been more testy of late?
A bit. By the way, what's her secret weapon?
What do you mean by secret weapon? And he's speaking. I'm trying to speak with a British accent.
Well, she said she had some sort of nuke button, a nuke weapon or something.
Oh.
What is it?
Do you know what a nuke is?
I don't know what a nuke is, but
Fucking bird's gonna give up all my secrets.
I do know what she is. What she purchased some large gem in the Feywild. I don't know what it does, but she seems to have. When she figured out what it did, her jaw dropped.
Push his
Is it a
drink.
large gem? What did it look like?
A large purple amethyst.
Would I recognize what this might be coming from the Feywild?
Joke's on you. It's not from the Feywild.
You would have no idea. This could be anything.
Time for scum.
Yeah, didn't Carradwin use special magic to determine what it was?
I did a full legend lore. I used the last of my legend lore resources to figure out what the fuck this thing was.
Yeah,
And it was
Yeah,
worth
so-
it.
I'll write something for you.
Nobody's just gonna guess what it is. That would trump your legend lore spell.
Yeah. So, and Connor, I will write something for you for your legend lore of what you saw, but that was the result.
Wait.
I mean, you know what it does, but obviously your legend lore gives you more information about the thing.
Mm-hmm.
It previously caused an Armageddon.
You know
So
what's
I think those of us at the tavern are just going to be commencing in small talk for the rest of the night.
the funny thing about the whole nukes and Armageddon? I just watched The Unthinkable on Netflix.
What's that about?
It's about a guy.
Nukes and Armageddon.
A guy plants 4 nuclear bombs in four nuclear bombs in the United States, and Samuel L. Jackson comes in as an interrogator, quotation interrogator, to try to figure out where they are. And he's torturing. It's a pretty interesting film. But anyways, back to this world. You guys come in small talk, and then you all eventually head out to your bed. And the next day comes. Caradwin, you go to the library and begin on your report because you know you need to get that done out of the way. Sonia, Caslin, what are you guys doing?
Sonia's gonna change one of her spells, so she's gonna send Aurora a message.
Just
cast
saying, DM, we do get a long rest.
Yes.
Okay, just confirming.
And she's gonna say, "Hey Aurora, we're currently in what's the name of this place called?
You're in the Imperial City.
The Imperial City. I don't know how far you are, but we're here right now, for at least 2 days. That's it."
And is my response limited, or can I say, like, is it 25 words or something?
Yes, it is.
Okay, cool. I'll respond. Well, it's good to hear. Hold on, I'm counting at the same time. Good to hear from you, Sonia. Glad you're safe. Imperial City is 2 weeks from me. I'll meet you at the fort. I think that's 24 words.
Okay.
Yeah, perfect.
Oh yeah, she's gonna go downstairs to get breakfast. Hopefully, somebody's down there. She'll let them know that she contacted Aurora. But we'll meet her in Fort Axness because she's currently 2 weeks away from the Imperial City.
Yeah, I would have to go around that big body of water in the middle. That would add some extra days. But I am literally. You caught me. You sent the message in the morning after you guys slept, right? So I was literally like saddling my elk and getting ready to leave at the moment you messaged me. So I'm on my way.
So, I don't think the horses are in town, guys.
Oh, yes, my apologies. I forgot to ask, but I think the professor dropped them off when he was working on the fort. I believe Caradwyn is at her dorm working on the report. Can always just have her ask to confirm. I don't know about you guys, but while we're in town, I'm gonna try and knock out a little bit of shopping. And I think Sonya needs someone to show her to the Hunter Slayers Guild still.
Well, I can do that.
Sounds good.
But before we head over there, I need to get some warmer clothes. Stig is wearing like a vest with both his arms exposed.
Oh yeah, you kind of are.
Stig, you're nipping out.
Yeah, he's that character where his winter clothes is he puts a hat on.
I guess we all should head to the shopping district.
Caslin?
Indeed, I think we should go shopping.
Caslin needs some new makeup.
I need a filler.
Caradwyn, here in the Imperial City, you can definitely do an exchange.
Perfect. I'm going to do that because that's our biggest amount of weight. Which, Gallenford and Stig, I will probably message you guys through a sending spell because we're in the city. And just let you know that I'm exchanging your silver and gold to try to get as few coins in the bag as possible, if that's okay with you.
That's perfectly fine. Other than looking for a few magical items, and my response to Caradwyn if she reaches out, I am trying to also find a gem bowl so I can actually utilize a spell that will help the whole party. A feast for heroes. And now that I think about it, while we're walking to the shopping district, Gallenford will just ask random questions to everyone with them. What's your favorite kind of food? Like, if you could have anything, what would it be?
Well, Stig would probably mention it's like almost like pulled pork sandwiches, but it's the way his mom made it, and he hasn't had that in years.
The way your mom made it. Can you describe how she made it?
He'll describe it as best he can. I ain't going into details though.
I'm personally a big fan of shrimp, whether it be like cocktail or cooked. Maybe in some sauce. Like sauteed with some mushrooms. That sounds pretty good.
How about you, Mason? Or Caslin?
I fear that it would unsettle all of you if I were to comment.
I promise you, with what this is for, this is a safe place to answer.
Virgin blood.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say the blood of a newborn babe. So that's better.
Blood sausages. There you go. Blood sausages.
Well, you gotta think that blood of the newborn babe is also virgin blood, so it would work.
That's true. Virgins are quite rare, man. Actually, Aurora's a virgin. Not for long.
God.
Sorry. Excuse me, Stig. I don't seem to have a bedroom in the fort yet. Do you have one?
Jesus.
He goes, "Yes, I do," and closes the door. An hour later, oh, you meant.
I love it.
So as you guys head to the shopping district to get warm clothes, is there anything else you guys are looking for? Besides your gilded bowl, Galliford?
I am checking around on those 2 books that I had mentioned to the professor, but if I don't see those, I just check it on the shops to see if they have anything that influences charisma.
Okay. Stig?
Right now, Stig is just looking for some warm weather clothes or cold weather clothes.
Okay. Mason? Mason?
Mason.
I thought he stepped away or something when he didn't answer earlier.
Sonia, is there anything you wish to do shopping?
Well, they're gonna get warm clothes. I don't really need warm clothes. I'm pretty good with my cloak. She's gonna go I guess she's gonna go look at any of is there like a sweets shop or anything around here?
Is the mic working now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I don't know how long it's been broken because I've been talking for a long time.
Oh no.
Let me get back to you, Mason, real quick. So, Sonia, are you looking for like pastries or candy?
Like chocolates, like
Okay.
candy.
Okay. And Coslin,
Blood sausages.
you're looking for blood sausages. That would
Very
be
rare steaks.
You'll probably go into the local butcher. I don't know what honestly was the last thing we heard from you, Mason. But what as you're going shopping, is there anything in particular you're looking for?
Yeah, So just to step back, the food that Mason would like or whatever, his favorite food was a stew. Stew you make in the morning and you let it simmer all day, then eat it at night.
Beef stew?
Yeah,
Or just
beef stew preferably, but it's kind of like, everybody kind of contributes what they got, and it's kind of a group effort.
Oh, so it's kind of like stone soup?
What you got, stew?
Yeah, what you got, Steve?
But Mason was going to look around. So we got the winter clothes, but he was going to look around for any sort of materials that would improve it. Like, if these are like winter clothes, he wants to make them like extreme winter clothes. Look for like caltrops to put on the bottom of our shoes for cleats and things like that.
Okay. So you're looking for more Arctic wear.
Yeah, especially if we have to go and investigate that fort that I came from. But that's just possible. I want to prepare for cold weather. I'm a fire ganassi. It's especially cold for me.
Yeah, especially now that you have a wooden heart.
I don't like to talk about it. What's that? Isn't there a race that has those different moods? The winter, fall, summer moods?
Eladrin.
And Eladrin, yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of part of Ladrin now. This is my winter mood. Expect me to be all sullen and stuff.
Yeah, me.
Yeah, Galliford's an Eladrin.
I try not to see race among my friends. I don't judge.
Very nice. Very smooth.
So you all can definitely find winter clothing. Mason, you can definitely find winter clothing plus Arctic clothing. That's going to cost a little extra. So be sure to mark off your coinage for that. Mason, it was probably how much is winter clothing?
Like 15 gold, I think.
I will remind. Oh, is that just Caradwin? Those of us who fought the dragon had winter clothing from back then.
I think the only surviving is you and Caradwin.
Oh shit.
But yes, I do have warm weather clothes. It's in the bag of holding.
Oh, what did Dragon Cloak do?
Oh, that's right. She used some of the skills to make that dragon cloak.
What did that cloak do?
I don't remember asking her what it did. Nix, can you tell us from the grave?
Ooh, I can't remember. I'm gonna go check.
Caradwin, identify this.
There you go. That's all it is.
Oh, it's basically what my armor does.
Except it doubles it, so now you can stand like extreme cold.
Double resistance, but you can't stack effects.
Yeah, it won't give you immunity. 2 resistances does not give you immunity.
So you guys go about, get your warm winter clothing. Caradron, you do your exchange. You begin your and you go back and begin your writing your report. Sonia, you do find a chocolatier place for sweets and whatnot.
Aw.
Sweet.
Sweet.
He's gonna buy like a box of like those chocolate with like cherry like there's a cherry like inside and then like the chocolate on the outside, those type of chocolates.
Oh, those the chocolate covered cherries my dad likes with the maraschino cherries.
Yes, those ones.
Oh, I do not like maraschino cherries, but yes, you are able to get a box of those.
Why? They're so good.
I don't like
devil
maraschino
inside
cherries. They're fake cherries.
You got it, but you got to find like real maraschino cherries, and they go great in some mixed drinks.
Indeed.
I mean, I love cherries, just not.
How much
those.
would that run me?
I would say for that particular bar, I would say about 5 silver.
Okay, then.
And you have about a dozen of them.
A dozen? Sure, I'll put that in there.
A
Dozen. Chocolate covered cherries.
Yes. While you're in there, you get some stares because these people you're the first Goliath these people have ever saw. So I mean, out of curiosity and whatnot, so they're more than happy to help you out. But you definitely get some looks as you wander through town.
Never seen a Goliath before?
Yeah. So most of these people, you're the first Goliath they've ever seen.
Okay. She's just gonna wave. Can I help you?
Oh, they're apologies and walk off.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to glare. I have resting bitch face. It comes with the territory.
As you guys finish up your your errands in the Imperial City, I'm assuming you make your way back to the fort. Sonia, did you let the party know that Aurora is heading to the fort?
I thought I told at least Mason, Stig, and the guys that were still at the inn earlier that morning because I talked to her in the morning. I'll let them know.
Okay.
Did I happen to find what I was looking for, by the way?
Your gilded, your gem-crusted bowl.
The bowl and anything that influences charisma.
You're able to find the bowl.
Okie doke.
Was Mason able to charter a wagon or carriage to take us up to Timberlane?
You can charter a carriage, if you don't want to walk.
Because if we can get a carriage, I'd also like to commission an actual tombstone for Nyx.
Okay.
To put up at our fort.
Okay, that would cost you probably about a gold piece. What's Bucky doing ever since you guys got back?
Bucky's been pretty recluse recently. He was kind of mostly hanging out with Aurora's elk, but now he's just kind of been hanging out with Gallenford since. I think that's the closest he's felt to, I guess, having someone kind of trickstery.
Okay.
I actually have a thought for a home for Bucky as a little memorial thing. When I plant the maple tree. Oh, Sonya, did you go to the Hunter Slayers Guild?
Oh,
I haven't gone yet. I think I was waiting for you guys to get your clothes, and then we were gonna get to the Hunters Guild.
okay. I forgot about that. So after you guys get your clothes, Stig, you lead Sonia to the Hunter Slayer, unless all of you are going.
Gallenford might still be looking for his things when they went and did that.
Okay. So, Stig, you take Sonia to the Hunter Slayers. And Sonia, you see that you see some banners on the side and the symbol of a Hercules beetle.
Oh. Okay.
You may have noticed that Stig has a tattoo of it.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know you were part of a Hunters Guild.
Oh, yeah. My dad was in it. He taught me how to take down monsters. It's what I do.
What kind of monsters, if I
Trouser
might
snakes.
ask?
Anything that threatens the peace of civilization and democracy.
Okay.
No, anything that people want dead. Any creature that doesn't have the intelligence to think for itself, we handle.
Stig, you do realize there is
Well,
no
hope-
democracy in an empire, right?
Oh, sweet liberty.
Hopefully they'll be able to help.
But so you guys enter in. Sonia, there are some rowdy looking people. They are wearing armor and they have weapons. It looks like they're fashioned from monster parts. But Stig, you hear about Stig. Where have you been?
Been traipsing around the Feywild. Where have you been?
Here, working.
I can tell. And he, punches his gut gently. You
So
need to
what-
get out more.
What brought you to the Feywild?
Work.
What kind of work?
The kind that doesn't pay, apparently. Nah, a friend of ours was in trouble. So we had to go lend him a hand. Though after that last fight, I'm not so sure he needed it.
Ooh. And who's your lovely lady? Is she your new sweet?
No, she's not.
We're just what's it called? Companions?
Ah,
But
Workmates.
yes.
Picked her up on the last job. This is Sonia.
Sonia. And he licks his hand and swipes his hair back. Pleasure to meet you, my lady.
Wow, smooth.
Nice meeting you too.
So,
But
what,
she kind of kind of gives him a look.
Stig will whisper to Sonia. It's like, don't worry, he does that with everyone.
Chris, one of these days I want you to see you try that in real life.
oh, God.
See if it lands the lady.
Depends on the lady. But anyways.
Hey, if you pull it off right, it works.
Nice.
So, my sweet, what brings you in to the Slayers? Looking to sign up? Need a mentor?
No, I'm actually looking for a monster of my own. I was wondering if you knew anything about it.
Well, what kind of monster is it?
It's kind of hard to explain, but it's a creature of the night that lurks and attacks. I've never actually seen its face or body, but it's pretty savage the way it left my family in pieces.
Yeah, you unfortunately never seen the creature or know exactly what it looks like, but you do know it attacked during the night, and yeah, it left carnage behind.
So when Sonia does that, Stig leans in. He goes, "Yeah, it really narrows it down, doesn't it?"
There's a lot that can do that. Do you have
You still got those old reference books?
Sure. Is there anything else though that you can give me? Any more information?
Did I ever get any footprints or anything?
You believe it or not, it did not leave any sort of track.
Oh, it didn't leave any tracks.
Was something somebody pursuing it? I mean, what, is there anything other than the monster? Any information at all that could perhaps could put you in a direction?
Well, it attacked my home, and my home's actually several thousand miles away from here. But I guess my god told me that it's supposed to be somewhere in this land. That's all I really have.
And
It
where are
attacked
you from?
my village 17 years ago. I'm from the Island of Giants. Is that I forgot what it was
For
called?
right now, yeah, it's the Island of Giants.
Yeah, the Island of Giants.
Ah, I see. Stig and Sonya, give me insight checks.
Decent at those. No, I'm not.
Stig, you notice that he kind of goes pale as she's describing the creature and where she's from. Like the color drains from his face. Ah, I could get you some books. Let me see what I can find. And he scurries off into the back.
It's a little unusual for him. Seems to know a little bit more than what he's letting on. He's usually not so skittish.
And whatever this creature is must be a lot bigger than I thought it was.
Hella scary.
Stig will give Sonya a knowing look, and he's like, sometimes it's not the size that makes it when a creature's scary.
And what does?
Stig will just look away, kind of lost in a memory. Sometimes it's the smart ones you gotta watch out for.
It sounds like you've had some experience with smart monsters.
I don't know if you've ever heard of the Herman expedition, but we faced everything.
Come on. Is that a different continent?
It's a country in the southern portion of this continent. Claimed the entire area is cursed.
A curse?
How long were you on this expedition for?
$11 years?
Years?
Jesus.
Well,
I was.
at least you had your expedition, right? Your crew. At least you weren't alone.
Yeah, for the first part, that's true.
Oh. How many years were you alone for?
Technically, I wasn't alone for the last 6 years. I had whiskey.
Whiskey? You mean like a bottle of whiskey?
No. Bring his arm up and he will point at a dog's collar. He goes, whiskey.
I'm sorry
we're-
about your loss then.
We're not here to talk about my problems. We're here to help you with yours. I'm gonna go see what's taking him so long.
I'm sorry about opening old wounds as he walks away.
I love it when the backstories come out.
That wasn't backstory. That happened.
Well, in this campaign?
Yeah, the party met up with Stig and they got his dog killed.
Oh, I thought he said 11 years. I was like, you guys have been this group has been together for 11 years?
Yeah, well, that part was backstory, but the
Okay.
part when his dog died, that was the party's fault.
Ah, right.
Stig spent 11 years in the wilderness, and like, what is it? The last party was just with his dog, and then his dog died.
Yeah, if you want to know, basically, halfway through the expedition, the group left, leaving Stig to wait for, quote, reinforcements that never came.
So it wasn't Beauregard didn't kill your dog, did it?
No, it was a Nosferatu that spit acid.
That threw up blood.
Jesus. Okay.
But so, Stig, you go in the back and you see him putting a few books on a table. He grabs 3 books. Like, here, these should help your friend.
Stig will take the books and he goes, so what's really going on?
What do you mean?
I mean, it takes a lot to scare you.
I'm not scared.
Could have fooled me.
It's just been a long day.
Stig will look down at the books that he gave him.
They're books about dark creatures, like and some legends, like the Wendigo. Oh God, I'm drawing a blank. The Chupacabra.
These are like urban legends.
Some urban legends and just some, basic like and some undead like creatures that may fit the description.
Let's see, legendary monsters you don't want to deal with, undead. Cool.
This should perhaps help if with her research if she's looking for this creature.
Well, any help is appreciated. You ever been to the Isle of Giants?
No. Not personally, no. Well, is that it?
Well, if there's anything, this is your recommendation. We'll peruse this and hopefully we'll, if If we find anything else, we'll let you know.
Great, great, great. As you turn to leave, he grabs your arm.
Oh, did you remember something?
Leave it be.
Stig will just pause for a moment. He goes, "That's not my decision to make."
Leave it be if you know what's good for you.
He will pull his arm away and just turn away.
All right, so you exit the back room and meet up with Sonia.
Yes.
You guys exit out and meet up with the rest of the group. And after all you have done all your errands and chores here at the Imperial City, you Mason charters a carriage and you make your way to Timberland.
Moment we're outside the capital, I'll call Excalibur and ride him along the carriage.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Carrotwin, since you took off in such a rush the other night, what is your favorite food?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I'll have to think about that. That's a good question.
While you're thinking about it, could you do a little favor for me?
Or
My brother's sword, since I've been holding it, I've been moving quite quick. Can you let me know if there's what's unique about this?
sure, we'll take a look,
Thank you.
and I will ritually cast Identify on the sword.
What sword?
Say that again.
Which sword?
Harvest Moon.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I meant to update it, but yeah, you get where is it? Is it in my is it in my magic items? Oh, Harvest Moon. You get that information.
Okay, so I officially know what you had showed me.
Yes.
I also get the bit that the wind spirit bit and someone worthy.
Yes. And you do notice it is not made out of metal. It is made out of emerald. Like pure emerald.
So it needs someone who's worthy to the wind spirits. Thank you, Caradwin. And as I take the sword back, I'm gonna just kind of lean in and whisper, "Can you tell me what's your secret thing you got?"
No.
Come
I'll
on.
save the supplies for later.
All right, all right.
As you guys, since it is winter time and you're on a carriage, it'll take a little slower. So you guys set up camp, and everything like that. You set up your tents around the fire to make sure you're nice and warm and whatnot. And you bed down for the night. Oh, and Sonia's offering chocolates.
I'll take one.
I'll take one.
Berries in there. They're really good. Choo choo choo.
Morrigan sets up perch and begins his watch for the evening, watching over the group. Aurora, you set up your tent, your fire, and your Did you name your steed by the chance? I can't remember. Ken?
Yes, my steed's name is Malorn.
Oh, I see. Malorn. Yeah, Malorn. He begins his watch over you as you set up your camp in the woods.
It's a good point. It speaks common, so it could. And it has an intelligence of 6. It could watch for me. I didn't even get that. We could share the watch duties.
But as you sleep, you close your eyes and you get some rest. But then you feel a cold breeze blow over you. Colder than it's like the fire went out immediately. You wake up, and you wake up. You're standing on your feet, and you look over, and Sonia, you wake up as well. You two are together. You seem to be standing in some sort of ruined city.
Aurora, is that you? Am I dreaming?
I'm not sure. That message that you sent, I didn't realize would also send you in person.
You guys are shocked to see each other, but you stand in front of what seems to be a broken down carriage right next to a well. And right there, we are going to take our 5-minute break. So, Aurora and Sonia, you are standing in a snow. It is slightly snowing as well. It is dead silent. Aurora, you can tell. You don't even need your amulet or anything like that. You can feel that this is a dark place, an accursed place, if you so will.
Now, this is obviously not where I went to sleep.
No, you
right?
went to sleep in the forest.
Right.
But you woke up
Okay.
standing on your 2 feet, and Sonia's like right next to you.
So I'm very confused, and I say, maybe it is a dream, or perhaps someone is using powerful magic on us.
Do you recognize this place? Do I recognize this place?
You two would not recognize this place at all.
Is there any landmarks nearby that I can note so that if I see this place in the real world, I will recognize it?
You see you see a well in front of you. Right next to it is a broken down carriage.
Okay.
Um, you're looking around some landmarks, and you do see what seems to be an old castle. Off in the distance, like it's in the city, but you're not near it.
Hmm. Does the carriage look okay? I want to go check see if there's any bodies nearby the carriage. Like maybe the carriage was attacked by bandits or something worse, and they left bodies behind.
Okay, so you approach the carriage,
Yes,
Sonia.
Sonia. Maybe there's some
She
survivors.
is it nighttime here? Is
It
it
is
like
nighttime.
dark?
It is nighttime, but it seems like you can see just fine. Like
Nervously, she even though she can see in the dark, she's trying to conjure up her drift globe.
um, it does not conjure up.
In that case, she's gonna stay right next to Aurora. I say we stay together.
Can I cast my light cantrip?
It seems like you try to produce a light yourself, and it nothing produces.
Okay, this has got to be a dream. Zool would not abandon me in such a manner. But yeah, I'll still approach the carriage since Sonia's staying next to me. If our magics fail us, perhaps our weapons will keep us safe. And I'll draw my sword as I approach the carriage,
Okay.
unsure what I'm gonna find.
You approach the sword. Not the sword. Um, you approach the carriage, sword drawn in hand. An uneasement. You get more and more as you get closer. Again, like I said, seems either a dream or a natural. Where you don't know why you're here and whatnot, and you're on edge, like you're ready for a fight. And Sonia right next to you, scared essentially. This seems to be an uneasy feeling. You approach the carriage. You look inside. You don't see any bodies. Immediately, there's no bodies. Um, you can give me an investigation check.
Can I use a help action? Can I help?
Sure.
Investigation? Did you say?
Yes.
Okay. And since I'm being helped, I have advantage?
Yes.
That's good, because guess what I get for investigation?
0.
0. So I got a whopping 10 there with the help.
Good enough. You can definitely tell this is not a typical carriage. Inside of it, it seems to be all matter of tools, and the such as for like tinkering. It seems to be like some sort of workshop on wheels.
Can I tell what the tools were for? So I'm familiar with Mason's tools, I imagine, because Mason's the artificer in the group, right?
Yes. They are
I would try to make that comparison. Does it look like tools that Mason would use?
they are very reminiscent of what similar tools Mason would use. His is more compact. You see more sophisticated tools, but they are very similar to what Mason would use.
Sonia, when's the last time you saw Mason?
Before I went to bed.
Oh. Okay. Then perhaps this is a portent of things to come? Maybe the gods are giving us a vision into the future.
Huh. But what do tools have to do with anything?
Well, they look like tools that Mason would use. Is there anything else that is reminiscent of any of the other party members around the cart? I especially look for whatever Stig uses as a weapon.
You looking around, you don't see anything that would really connect any other party members to this cart. Actually,
Okay.
wait. Give me a perception check.
Okay. I might be a little better at those because I'm more wise than I am smart. Perception. That's an 8.
Looking around, you seem to find that there is a torn up banner next to the cart. It seems to be like it was. It doesn't. It doesn't. Blah.
Look, I almost tripped over this.
Yes, you. It's not a tap. It's not something that would originally go to this cart, but you do find an old torn banner.
Can I tell what symbol is on the banner if I unfurl it and spread it out?
Yes. Aurora and Sonia, especially you, recently, you see the symbol of a Hercules beetle on this banner.
Monster hunters?
I don't recognize the symbol, do you?
I just saw it yesterday. I went to go talk to the Monster Hunter Guild. That was their symbol.
I would be wary of any dealings with them. But, I mean, other than the strangeness of you and I being together witnessing this scene, possibly in a dream state, I feel like it's our gods telling us something. We're both the only religious people in the party. We're the only people with strong faith. So I feel like the gods are using us to convey a message. So you should, when you wake up, hopefully we wake up, you should tell your friends to be wary of anything having to do with the monster hunters.
I mean, they were, well, I guess I was talking to them about the monster yesterday, and then they gave me some books. I have to go look at those books. They were more than helpful, but you're saying I should be wary about them.
Or maybe they need to be, wary. I mean, if their banner is torn, and maybe this cart represents their organization, and they were attacked. You mentioned you were talking to them about a monster. What is your experience with this creature?
Well, the thing is, I've never seen it. It's never left any tracks. But it made a massacre of my village back home. And I thought that if I talked to the Monster Hunter Guild, they would know something about it. But I was just met with, I guess, indifference. And then Stig went to talk to his co-worker, guild member, and then they just gave us some books, and then that was it.
Perhaps it is something they fear. What was it that this creature did to? I mean, sorry, I don't want to dig at old wounds. Also, but what? How did it kill?
I was very young when it happened. All I know is that it lurked in the night, and it killed quickly and swiftly. I've never seen it before. But it did kill my father and my younger sister. Left them in
I am
shreds.
sorry. Okay,
I,
so it ripped them to shreds? Like with claws?
I don't know. It's just they were just. I guess they were almost unrecognizable. I don't. I didn't. Yeah, I don't. She's having a hard time trying to
Yeah,
put together words.
I'm picking up on that
It's kind of
there's some trauma
traumatizing.
going on with,
Yeah.
and I'm probably forcing you to remember visions of things that you don't want to remember.
Yeah.
She'll change her tone and she'll become much more kind of a little motherly almost, and say, there. We needn't go into more detail than that. I think whatever this vision is trying to show us, perhaps it's just that your encounter with these monster hunters will lead you to retribution against this creature. And if I can be there at your side to deliver justice, I will be. And then I'm going to turn my face to the heavens, the sky, and say, Zool, thank you for the message. You can wake me up now. And hopefully that wakes me up. If it doesn't, I'm going to be like, well, maybe it's not a dream.
You both can give me, both of you, as you guys are talking, give me investigation checks, both of you.
Okay.
Eh.
You're asking the two smartest people in the party to do an intelligence check.
I have a 10 intelligence.
I know. I have an 11. So we're about the same.
No, it's fine. I just wanted to see if you might have picked up more clues as you
That's
were
fair.
talking out. Sonia, not Sonia, Aurora, you're not getting a response. But you do.
Okay.
Both of you.
Oh, sorry.
Hear something like a pebble being dropped down and hit, like being dropped a distance and hitting the ground. And you look over to the well, and you see something. It's I
go in there and I see my reflection and it's a monster. I'm going to scream.
No, you don't need to go over. But halfway out, you see what seems to be a bald head. It has dark, sunken eyes, and you can see his bony cheeks. But it's like halfway peering out of the lip of the well, and it's staring at you two. You both really give like a shiver down your spines, an unsettling thing. It's like I'm trying to describe the feeling. So it's like
like the hairs on the back of our neck
the
are
hairs
standing
on the back
up.
of your neck stand on end. It's like you know how you're a kid, like a kid cowering in the covers, seeing the boogeyman in the closet. That you guys get that sort of wash over you, you get that sense of dread,
that unconditional terror.
Yes.
Well, I feel like then this is definitely some kind of dream or vision state, because normally, in a normal situation, Zool provides me with the ability to never become frightened. And those nearby me are also not frightened due to my presence. So if we are feeling a shiver of fear and cowering a bit from this creature, it is unnatural.
But with that, as it's staring at you, both of you wake up, obviously at the same time, but different distances, but in a cold sweat. again, terror has just washed over.
Yeah,
you.
that was a nightmare.
And who's holding on to the tapestry?
Which tapestry?
Or the banner?
I'll hold it.
Were you holding it last, Sonia?
Yeah, because I was like, oh, I know, I recognize this.
You have it in your hands.
She drops it immediately and just scrambles out of her out of her bedroll.
Dang. Yeah, that'd be scary. You just Freddy Kruegered that thing, Sonia.
Yeah, she's just hyperventilating in the corner.
Whose tent were you? Were you in your own tent or with one of the others?
I was just sleeping near the fire and my bedroll. I don't have a tent. I never bought a tent.
She's a Goliath. Why would she need a tent? She can sleep in snow.
I would say
Wait.
Morgan will go and wake up Caradwin because Morgan was keeping watch. And Aurora,
What's going on, Morgan?
And Aurora, Melnorn he has a worried look on his face, like you, like, oh, if can Mel, I can't remember. Can Melnorn? You said Melnorn can speak.
Malorn
Well, yeah,
can
Melnorn.
understand common but can't speak because it's still an elk. But an elk normally has like a 1 or 2 intelligence, and Malorn has a 6, so it's much more intelligent than a normal beast.
Yeah, so Malorn has a sense had a worry on his look, and you look around, and it's like you see tracks all over the place, like he was running around the campsite. And he comes up to you and just like worried and snuggling, like, "Where have you been?"
Was I gone, good friend?
And he lays on he lays on top. You know how like a dog lays on, like, he's like, "Don't go nowhere. Don't leave. Don't
They're
leave
there.
again."
Zool would not let anything like that happen to separate us. And I can always summon you, my friend, and I'll just scratch behind his ears and pet him. But we must make haste to our friends, for I fear they may be in danger. And I don't care if it's like still dark out, early in the morning, whatever. I'm gonna pack up my tent and shove it in my saddlebags and start riding for the day.
Okay.
And just start pushing the pace a little bit.
Okay. So back to Sonia in the group. So Caradwin, Morgan wakes you up and says Sonia has a distraught look on her face, like she's terrified or something.
What's up, Sonia?
She points to the torn flag, right? I was just pointing at it.
I mean, Stig will go check it.
Are you awake, Stig?
I don't know.
Because I know Morgan got Caradwin awake. Yeah, I would say for this instance, like with Sonia making a bit of a noise, Sig, you would probably wake up as well.
I just don't know if Caradwin wanted to do anything.
No, if Stig's going to take care of it, I'll let him do it.
Okay, Stig will go check it.
Monster. Aurora. OL. Broken carriage. She's just kind of rambling.
Does Stig recall that I think Nyx was having these dreams? I don't know if she ever mentioned it before.
I think, yeah, she mentioned it.
Let's Stig will look at this banner.
It is a banner of the Hunter Slayers. Very similar to ones that they take on expeditions.
Very similar to, say, the one that Stig has.
Very much so, yes.
Sonia, where'd you get this?
My dream?
Uh-huh. Stig looks to Caradwin like, help me, please.
With figuring out what the thing is?
He's like, yeah, but he's also like eyeing the hysterical Sonia.
Oh, I'm not good with that one. I'll take the thing that we don't know.
And she, like, as she's talking, she starts just, like, calling out her drift globe. And she's, like, almost to the point she wants to turn it into daylight.
Yeah, her drift glow is now glowing brighter and brighter and brighter, and she's just hugging it to her chest.
Yeah.
This is so bright that it's illuminating our camp.
Oh
waking
yeah,
anyone up.
it's like somebody lit off one of those spotlights in the middle of the night.
Oh, what's going on?
It's waking everybody up, including the guy who's runs the carriage.
Mason's gonna roll out a carriage in his armor, axe ready, and like, what's happening?
Sonia had a bad dream.
It wasn't. It was real, but it wasn't. But then why was it here? It was in my hands.
Mason's gonna come over. Mason's gonna come over to Sonya and be like, "All right, did you take something from some strange old woman? Because this is how hags get you. What you got on you? You don't have a hag bag on you, do you? Any voodoo stuff? Any weird symbols?"
Too bad Aurora's not here. She could probably put some magical protection on you.
Caradwin, is it just me or does this sound very familiar, just how she's acting currently?
In what way?
Nyx in the Dark Forest?
Oh. I suppose. But
Gallenford's gonna walk up to Sonya since he spoke heavily with Nyx about the nightmare. And he's gonna just kneel down in front of her and grasp her hands. What is it that you saw?
Mason's gonna cast Identify on Sonya.
Marriage.
Just to be safe.
A well. In a forest. Inquirer's tools. Kind of like Mason's. At least that's what Aurora said. Aurora was there. I think she was there with me too.
She
This
was
monster
there too. Did the monster look like this? And I'm going to describe what Nyx had described to me last time.
It did not.
Old,
It does not look like that.
gaunt cheeks, sharp teeth, really tall.
Stig will pull out Nyx's sketchbook that Aurora gave him, and he'll flip through it to see if Nyx drew anything like what Sonia's describing.
Nyx never drew anything like that. She didn't want to draw scary things in her notebook. All she did was draw everybody else and
It's just us holding hands in rainbows.
yes, exactly.
Is there a couple of like fanfic pictures in there too? That's kind of like, when did this happen?
No, she didn't
Lilith is
draw
in the
fanfiction.
other game.
Yeah, she
Oh,
didn't
this is the
do
wrong
that.
game for fanfiction. Gotcha.
Yeah.
This is rated R, not rated X. But yeah. You guys have no idea what she's describing. Sonya seems like in a state of panic, almost.
Were there any spells or anything affecting her through the identify?
No. There seems like nothing is affecting her at the current moment or whatnot. It's as she woke up from a night terror.
Don't worry, Sonia. I know a way that'll help you with this situation. It's what my dad did when I had nightmares.
And what is that?
Stig will grab Sonia by the shoulders and he says, "Cut out!"
That's not making it any better.
Oh, it doesn't?
No. And
worked
she's
on
just
me.
She's just kind of gonna shove Stig in anger.
Strange. He always told me it worked.
Gomper's gonna drape a blanket over her and try and motion her to sit. What if some music might help calm you down?
I'd be happier if the sun was out.
Caradwin, are you the one who can put up that dome?
Yeah. I can put up the dome if need be.
I'm not sure if we never really described how we were sleeping, so I'm not sure if you actually have the dome up or not.
At this point, it's just habit, so I think the dome is up for anybody that wants to sleep in it.
Based on the fact Stig does not have a tent, he will like to sleep in the dome.
Yeah, I imagine the dome is up.
So if Sonia's been sleeping outside, maybe you want to try sleeping in the dome tonight.
Is the dome safe? To keep out monsters
Safer
like
than outside.
my brain?
I'll tell you that nothing can pass in and out of the dome unless I let it. So it's safer than just being outside.
She kind of grips the blanket that Allenford gave her and then just shuffles over to the dome.
All right. You guys kind of dogpile around Sonia to kind of help her, make her feel better. Sonia, you kind of dim the light a bit so people can get some sleep better, but you still have it glowing and hugging to your chest. And it takes a little bit back for you to get comfortably back to sleep, but you don't have any more dreams that night. It is a dreamless sleep from then on. But you all wake up, full counts as a full rest. But as you guys travel on, you do make your way back to the fort. The fort has been upgraded to your last specifications that you paid for. There are more bodies around. There are some people working around. A lot of young, some orphaned children. It seems like that has been kind of taking over the fort a bit, doing chores and duties. It seems like seems like a active fort. It wasn't just empty while you guys were gone. You immediately see two bears charging at the group. One seems to be armored, and the other seems to be twice as big as the large sized bear. So huge size. They scurry and they stop and they kind of look around anxiously for Nyx.
Gallifred's gonna step in front of them and kind of kneel down. Bucky, I think, is on his shoulder still.
Mm-hmm.
And
He's gonna chitter to them.
and Gallifred's just gonna be like, "I'm sorry. We lost your mom."
They kind of begin to cry and they kind of like shuffle away to the oak tree.
Kind of.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I'll kind of look over the stick since I think he was already planning something. I'll just be like, I think the oak tree is where we should probably place a memorial for her.
Mason will pull the headstone out of the carriage and take it over to the oak tree.
Okay. It is a sad day for Bucky and the Bears.
And we shall take a bit of a moment, spread the ashes, moment of silence.
Stig, you, after a moment of silence, you are approached by a very familiar goblin. And he has a stern look on his face. It's like, you cussed me.
Do I know where I know this goblin?
Give me an intelligence check to see if you can remember him.
Oh, it's been 6 months, buddy. An intelligence check?
Yeah, just to see if you can remember him. It is the goblin from the taco wagon back in Edox.
Oh, hey. Street taco guy.
Don't hate me. You got me kicked out of my home. I got something good. And then now, ever since you came around,
Hey, what did I do? I just bought some tacos.
I told you to go alone, but no, somebody had to follow you in, and then they blamed me. So you are going to take responsibility. So I'm going to set up shop here at your fort. And you already see he already set up shop.
Stig's like, Well, I see you already made yourself at home.
Of course I did. What do you expect? You were gone, so I had to wait. But for now on, you're gonna get nothing but ass.
Yeah, well, that's exactly what your tacos tasted like.
Because they're made out of asses, you twit.
Yeah, well, that's what shows what kind of cook you are. If I can still taste it.
You guys are just shouting back and forth as he's walking back to his cart. um. So what do you guys do as you make it back home? And Ken, it's been about, I would say it's been about 2 days for them to get home total.
I would like to plant the maple tree that I brought back from the Feywild.
Where? The ground is frozen.
Oh, I gotta wait till it's not winter.
Well, we do have a garden, but yes, we do need to wait till it's not winter.
Okay, I will hold on to the seed until then. In my room, where I will hang my painting I also brought back of my family.
Okay. Caradron?
I'm immediately going to my new arcane library and checking out the teleportation circle, and I'm assuming mostly empty shelves, in which case I'm going to start putting some of the books that she's been collecting, because I have in my inventory just random fucking books that we found.
Okay, yeah. There are your basic, the library does come with your basic books, but there are some empty shelves for you to add on to it. Mason?
I'm basically going to do what Carradon's doing, except I'm going to the Arcane Forge. I'm just going to start organizing my tools and getting out my blueprints and my sketches.
Okay.
And just setting it up for myself.
All right, you pull out your, if you also recall your tome, your manual of iron golems. You pull that out, all your blueprints, the ones you've been working on, and everything like that. You're making yourself at home.
Did I have a thing of iron golems? I know I have a manual of golems, but was it of iron golems?
It was of iron golem.
You know what the Encyclopedia Britannica is?
Okay,
essentially, I'm setting up an Iron Man shop because now that I've got a workshop, I want to start working on this Shield Guardian thing.
Okay.
Because I've got pieces of a Shield Guardian and a manual of Iron Golems. I think I need to make myself a Defender Golem for this place.
All right, Stig, what are you doing?
First, Stig is going to go to his room and he's going to place his portrait that he got of the four gods that he bought.
The four Fey gods battling the giant eldritch spider.
Yes.
Okay.
And did you guys order like a memorial for Damascus?
Well, Mason ordered one for Nyx because he knew Nyx. He'd never met Damascus before, so he didn't have one made.
I think we had one done a long time ago. I thought we were trying to have a statue of Damascus back then.
That's what I thought. I just didn't know for sure.
I'm pretty sure we did. don't
think you
remember
did
where we
as well.
positioned it.
I know you. I think you guys got one commissioned, a memorial, but I don't know where you put it in the fort.
I would say it should be like right in the center, before you like get to the steps to enter.
So it's outside the fort?
Unless you think it should be inside. What do you think, Herdwin? Since we were the two that knew Damascus.
I mean, I suppose it depends on if we're concerned about weathering. If it can fit in the main keep and we don't want it to get tarnished by rain and weather, we should keep it inside. Damascus always struck me as more of an outdoorsy type anyways, though, so maybe he might appreciate it being outside. I don't know.
You could put it by the stables.
I don't think we
Oh,
have
that would
stables.
make sense.
We don't have stables.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, you don't have one yet.
No, we need to put it like that.
But if you guys have a memorial to Damascus, Stig will approach and he will pull out the Gore of Gorthok, and he will basically perform a Hunter Slayer's like memorial for Damascus. He basically says this weapon is a symbol of your legacy and of your victory over evil. And like all Hunter Slayers, this weapon shall be buried with you. May it never be needed to be wielded. May it never need be picked up again. And he will basically mount the Gore of Gorthok, and he will never touch it again.
Okay. Sonia.
I don't really know much about this fort, so for now she's probably just gonna stay. Probably like if there's like a living room area or like something similar, like a study room, she'll probably be there just flipping through the books to see if anything she saw in her dream is in it.
Okay, you eventually make your way. You find the library where Caradwin is, and you pull out the books and you begin going over what you saw.
Mm-hmm.
Coslin. Coslin, if you're speaking, we can't hear you.
Hello?
Hello?
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
I too don't know anything about this fort. So Caslin is found a dark corner on the ceiling and is hiding, watching everybody.
Okay.
We probably have a nice tower you can brood from.
I think
Stare
that
out.
might also be part of the library.
Apparently, there's a crypt beneath the basement. We just have to figure out how to get in there.
Oh, I have two of the keys.
Oh no.
I don't remember if we need any more than that, but I have two keys to that.
You're missing a third.
I'm missing a third. Fuck!
Can Mason try and replicate that third one?
You can go and look at it if Caradwin approaches you about it.
Yeah, if he approaches me about it.
I don't know you have that ability, so I probably wouldn't.
Now that we have a paladin and a cleric joining the group, I would suggest we fill an outdoor space with a chapel. The only thing I was looking at in the notes is that it does say that it can only have one deity of worship. Is there a reason why? Like, why can't we have 2 altars in the chapel.
What's it? Outdoors free space. That's think of it as level. I would say for
Yeah, but even the level 2 version doesn't allow. So we would need 2 chapels in order to both have a place of worship.
I would say when you upgrade to level 2, you can add a second deity.
Okay.
Originally, when I wrote this, you guys only had one cleric.
Yeah,
So
that makes sense.
Is he still here, by the way?
he probably would have gone on his pilgrimage, continued on what he would have been called away by his deity to continue doing what he needs to do.
It's in the lyrics.
So if we, Sonia, if you do argue for a chapel, go ahead and put your god's altar in it for now, because you would pray more often than I would. As a paladin, I pray with, my sword. Plus that level 2 bonus is pretty nice.
Well, we do have in our overall party, like the group fund, 27,000 gold pieces. We can do a lot of upgrading. I put a whole list of shit in the chat just now for ideas.
Well, anyway, as you guys are settling in, taking a few days to get Sonia and Kazlan, you guys are showing them around and whatnot. Aurora, you eventually do make it to Fort Axnis and meet up with the group in person.
I'm sorry, say that again. I was reading Mason's line. What was that?
You after a few days and whatnot, they getting settled back into the fort. You eventually do make your way to the fort in person.
Okay.
It took you 8 days, so yeah, the 8 days have passed.
As I ride up to the fort, I don't think I've seen this building before, right? The first time I was with the Meddlers was before you had a fort, right?
You met them at Aeolipoli. They had a fort, but this is the first time you personally have come to the fort yourself.
You met us in a random chance on the road.
That's right. And then I never returned with you to the fort. Okay. Well, I would stop and take a look at it. And for a moment, I would try to see if I could, pinpoint each member's contribution to the fort. Like if I see a wizard's tower standing up in one corner of the fort, or shields lining the walls, or something crazy like that, I would start to try to dissect the fort and say, yes, it appears I have come to the right place. And then I will approach I assume since you call it a keep or a fort, it's got a gate. Probably a perimeter wall at least. So I will approach it and dismount Malorn and knock on the gate.
Okay. A person approaches the gate. It is a woman. She is wearing She's wearing like a leather armor. She has a big great sword strapped to her back. She has she's almost like Mason, but only seems like to be a water version of Mason by her features. A water ganassi.
Interesting. Well, hello. Are you a member of the Meddlers as well? I have not yet met you.
I owe them a debt, which I am hoping to discuss about soon. But who are you?
I am one of the newer members of the group. My name is Aurora, and hold on, I have a last name too. I just forgot what it was.
Borealis?
No, it's not Borealis. That's funny. I don't. Oh, I can't. I can't actually put it on this character sheet because it'll show up on my name down there. So it's Nalea, I think. Yeah, Nalea. Or Nalaya. I am Aurora Nalaya. I come from far to the northwest, in the mountains. But I'm quite familiar with the group. I've come a long way to reunite with them.
I see.
Perhaps you could show me to Stig's room?
Ew. Um, I'll show. I'll guide you to the hall, and they can take it from there.
And what was your name?
I want to make sure I say it correctly. Imzith.
Well, I'm sure we will become fast friends. Enza. Did you say Enza?
Imzeth.
Okay, well, I repeat that. I'm not sure I'm going to pronounce it right. Oh, Imzath. Okay. It is a pleasure. I'm sure we will become fast friends. And I, if there's anything I can do to help you repay your debt to the Meddlers, please let me know. And I will follow her. Is there a stable nearby where I might be able to rest my steed? Oh, it matters not. And I snap my fingers and Malorn vanishes. He'll rest in his own stable.
Sure. Come on. She leads you to the Great Hall, where you definitely see some of the members of the Meddlers kind of sitting around eating lunch and whatnot. I would say it's probably Gallenford, Stig, and Mason are in the hall. Sonia and Cardinal will probably be still studying away, and Caslin is brooding over in his tower. Keeping a vigilant eye out.
As I enter the hall and I see Gallenford, Mason, and Stig, I will call out, "It is good to see you, my friends."
I told you she'd find it.
In the flesh.
Indeed. And I will run forward and give everybody hugs, and so that they can tell that I am for real in the flesh. And if you note, I did change my image in the images of the characters, so I do have a little bit of different appearance. My hair has turned more silver and less purple than it used to be. And I just seem to be emanating more of a radiant light than I was before. Because, I fucking leveled up.
Did you get, what's the word? Promoted? You're looking better.
Radiant, right? And I do a little twirl. Not necessarily promoted in the way you might mean, but Zool has blessed me with more divine power. Obviously, understanding that my mission here with you is of great import.
Speaking of...
Yes?
Did you happen to have any odd dreams that may have had Sonya in it? She was babbling and kept mentioning your name.
Oh, do we have to start with work now? You hungry? We're just making breakfast.
Ah, always the charmer, my friend. Always the charmer. Well, we can work and eat. I am pretty famished. The road was long. I wouldn't mind sitting down and sharing breaking some bread with you and going over. Indeed, as a matter of fact, if Sonia is here, I would like to reassure her that I have arrived and things will be okay. But yes, to answer your question, my belief, it is my faith that tells me that our gods are working through us to deliver a message to all of you, to all of us, and that's why we were chosen to share in this vision. It seems to have something to do with the monster slayers and an evil creature that even frightened me in my dream.
Stig will immediately correct you and say Hunter Slayers, and he will show you the tattoo on his arm, indicating he is a member of the Hunter Slayers.
I'm genuinely impressed. Although I must warn you, my friend, in the vision that Sonia and I shared, it did not seem like the Hunter Slayers were the winners in that encounter with this being.
Stig will get a little moody and he goes, well, it does come with the occupation that you're not guaranteed to come back.
Well, I will do everything I can to guarantee your safe return if we hunt this creature. Because I wouldn't want to lose you. Or the world wouldn't want to lose you.
Yes, that's what I was thinking.
Well,
And I will shove some food in my mouth to keep me from saying anything else at the moment.
I will down my coffee as fast as I can.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you got food in your mouth, it means you can't put your foot in it.
That's exactly right. That's just what I was thinking.
I wanted to be like, you are my world kind of line, but I didn't know how to put that in.
Well, I hope the others can join us soon. It would be good to see everyone's smiling faces, especially Caradwin's, as I'm sure she must be in a much better mood now that she's home.
well, I know everybody's kind of off doing some things. It is kind of midday. Maybe you can take a look around the fort with Stig, and then when we all meet for the night, we can review everything and go over all the serious stuff.
That's a wonderful idea, Gallenford. After breakfast, Stig, would you care to give me the tour?
Oh, absolutely.
And I think since I know you're going to probably work on more of your stuff in that forge of yours, Mason, I think I'll see what recruits we have around here and maybe those bears and see what we can kind of train them on since they'll be working around the place.
Let me know if you need any help whipping them into shape.
Will do.
I hope Caradwin actually comes to eat. I think she's getting a little too obsessed looking for that key.
She didn't go back to the well where she first thought it might be, did she?
I don't know
free
where she
outdoor
is.
space. Oh, we don't have a stable? What do we have outdoors? Just
A garden and an arcane forge.
okay.
You
wonder
should
if
show her
Karen-
our training room, Stig. We do have to practice in there one of these days.
I wonder
Yes,
if
one of these
Caradwin's got Caslin looking for those keys, because I've seen it. I think I feel him creeping around the walls. He's in the walls. He's in the gosh darn walls.
So I'm guessing Stig and Aurora will do it once around the fort.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm actually integrating that with reading all of what Caradwin posted. So I'm getting a feel for what we have, because the document on the journal doesn't say what we have, right? It just says what we can buy.
We should have. There's a list at the bottom of the game notes that should tell you what we have.
Yeah, we have 7 bedrooms, a war room, a kitchen,
On the bottom
Arcane
of the
library.
game notes. Let me find that.
teleportation circle, the barracks, a garden, an arcane forge, a training room, and bath.
Oh my god, I forgot we had a bath. Oh, thank God.
Yes,
Yeah,
so Aurora,
actually-
so Aurora, you found the bathroom.
Yeah, I would definitely need to bathe. I've been on the road for 8 days, so
Turns out that's where Caradwin's been hiding.
The library and the bathroom are the 2 places Caradwin has gone.
I was just picturing that as soon as we mentioned the crypt again, Caradwin's been doing nothing but like searching everywhere for that last key.
So can we upgrade the outdoors to have an extra space, or are we only stuck at 3?
It's going to cost 5,000 gold, but we have enough money right now to upgrade the keep and the outdoors to have extra spaces. I don't think we need to upgrade our basement because we've only filled 2 slots so far.
Yeah,
and then
I
we
think
can
that's
get
fair.
a stable and a chapel, as well as what did I put in my first thing? And we should also get a dining room. Right now, we just have a kitchen and no dining room.
I like how
So we're
I
all
like,
just kind of eating in the kitchen.
Yeah.
I like.
So
Okay.
if
I like
we
thinking
do-
Caradwin is telling us this like after we spent like the first 3 days, because we have not technically used any of these because they were installed while we were gone.
Yeah. Pretty much.
So you came back to the fort to find all the work was done, and immediately had a list of things to improve upon. I love it.
I think we like had like built the 7 rooms, and then we went to the Feywild.
Yeah, we did the basic upgrades and then messed around for a bit, and then we're like, hey, we want to upgrade more, do this while we're gone, and Professor Beers hired a bunch of people for us. But it would only take us 18,000 gold, which we have just in the group fund, to get the stable, the dining room, the chapel, and the keep and outdoor upgrades.
Yeah, I think that should be our goal. Just looking at our pictures here, even with Stigger, I think it's Stig bouncing in and out. We have 7 people. So we have 1 room for every person. And then my only question to you, Chris, is you say there's a couple of people like hanging out at our fort and such. Where are they sleeping?
We have barracks.
Oh, we do have a barracks.
Oh, okay, and the barracks just has 10 regular beds in it.
I think we also have sort of a little town that are like camped out in the courtyard or outside the walls.
Footfall. Footfall is like
You're in
Yeah,
Timberland.
we have a town. Yeah.
Timberland. Yeah, it's like a little village, like it's like a 10-minute walk or
A
something.
little tent town.
So your
It's
little
like a
goblin
logging
guy who
village.
decided to set up shop probably doesn't live in the fort. He lives in the town and he just works in the fort.
Oh no, he sleeps underneath his cart. But luckily
Oh,
he's
okay.
small enough he doesn't take up a space for like an outdoor
Oh, good.
space. But
Good
yeah,
thing you
he's-
don't have a halfling in the party. Jesus, with a racist comment like that. No, I'm kidding.
No,
You're small enough, halfling party member. You could just sleep under a cart.
but
As Stig is pointing him out, he's just like, "Hey, how's it going?" Goblin probably flips him off like he usually does.
yeah, it's like
And Stig like whispers to Roar, "It's like he's been here for a week and I still don't know his name. If you could get it for me, that would be appreciated. Hi.
He's been here for a few months.
Yeah, but Stig still doesn't know his name.
Well, it's very impressive. It's definitely much more energetic, I'll say, than the monastery that I'm used to. And I'm sure it'll be. I'll have a good time here. And you say I get my own room?
Yeah, there's 7 rooms. Feel free.
I know. To Stig, I'm like very excited that I get my own room with a bed in it. Is there a bed in it?
Yeah, I think there's a bed in it.
We can make sure that you two have rooms next to each other.
Well, that I mean, right now, Aurora's mind is on the fact that she's been sleeping on the ground for 8 days in her tent. So just sleeping on a mattress will be really nice. She's looking forward to that. So I will go to.
And Stig will mention, it's like, don't worry, I'll make sure you have a good time here.
I have no doubt of that, and I will pat him on the cheek. And then after the tour, I will say, if you'll excuse me, I'd like to clean up and unpack. So I'll go to the baths first and clean myself and wash my clothes, and then I'll go to my bedroom and unpack my stuff.
When you leave, and then Stig will touch his cheek and he goes, well, that wasn't the reaction I was expecting.
You guys will have to refurbish Nix's old room.
I'd be happy to sleep in Nix's old room. I mean, I'm assuming, Stig, you kept the rope and the sketchbook and gave it back to me.
Oh, yes, I did that. That is a thing I did.
Okay, cool. Then yeah, since I have taken ownership of Nix's sketchbook, I think it would make Aurora very happy, actually, to sleep in Nix's old room.
Okay.
And then Sonia can have Lyric's old room. It seems already set up for a cleric.
It's already got like vestments hanging on a hanger in the closet.
Like, yeah, like you can see that there's a little like end table where incense has been burned, but the holy symbol is missing.
Right on. I'm feeling very at home. But then once I'm clean and rested and, clean the mud and dirt off my armor and kind of polish myself up a bit, I want to swing my sword at something. Anybody want to challenge?
I can summon a challenger for you if you'd like.
Oh God.
Or you
No, I
can
was
join
thinking
us
of,
in the training room where Gallifrey's going to try and gather the people around the fort.
Yeah, I'm down with that, Gallenford. Let's go to the training room. Let's have a little exercise. Perhaps we could just, we fight each other, but we'll say our swords are like wooden swords, so we don't kill each other. We just knock each other out.
I think the training room comes with padded weapons.
Perfect. So it's like Ren Fair. Let's beat the hell out of each other.
And we'll just present it as a lesson for the folks so they can learn.
Does Aurora walk in and Gallenford does his steel wind strike and knocks 6 guys
I
down?
was just going to say, we should set some ground rules. Like, do you want to say no magic, or do you want to say, well, I can't not do magic. Every time I hit with a weapon, it does extra radiant damage. Can't control it.
I believe the only time Stig and Gallenford fought, it was touches, not damage.
Oh, gotcha. So a hit was just a touch. Okay.
Or for training purposes, I would say you can control that.
These are padded weapons, so you technically can't. when they're reduced to 0 hit points, they are just knocked unconscious.
Right. Yeah, I'm doing non-lethal damage.
All right,
I
so
could crack
Galford
knuckles and say, who wants to go first?
So Galford, Aurora, and Stig are in the training room with some people sparring and whatnot. Caradwin, what are you doing?
Well, I'm waiting to hear back about my finals.
You would have heard
But-
back by now, and you would have to complete your finals, but you don't have to do homework.
Okay, well, I will work on prepping for those. I'm also wanting to take time out of my downtime to decipher Alzacus' spellbook, which I still have, and see if I can pull any good spells out of there. And then I'm just going to use my downtime to make some spell scrolls that I can sell and try to, quote unquote, invent new spells as well.
Okay. Sonia, what are you? Sorry, Mason, what are you doing?
I'd be working on those materials I posted a bit ago. The Fey deer and the ice spider's fangs.
Okay.
I'd be working on those projects if I wasn't invited to the sparring.
I mean, if you want to go be invited, you can go be invited.
I'll definitely go and be invited. I like showing off my armor and my things.
So you get
Ooh, I
everything-
like these plans that you have, Mason. That's a cool set of projects to work on.
So you get everything set up, and then you're like, okay, let's get to work. And then you hear fighting, and you head off to the training room. Sonia, what are you doing?
I've basically exhausted everything in these books, so she's gonna go take a break. Caslin, are you here? I think he's in the other room.
Did someone call me?
Yeah, what have you been doing?
Just keeping an eye out from up here.
You wanna go explore?
Sure, I'll accompany you. Caslin
I think I
hops
heard
down and joins Sonia.
Yeah. How long have you been up there anyways?
A while now. Unfamiliar
Oh.
territory.
Okay. Well, let's go. I think they said something about there being like. I know this is kind of stupid to do, but did you want to go look at the graveyards?
Are you hinting at something?
No.
Sure, let's go to the graveyard.
All right, the two.
But yeah,
of
we're
you-
just gonna head it to the graveyard.
Okay, the two of you go to the graveyard in Timberland or the small graveyard here in the fort.
In Timberland.
Okay, you guys head out of the fort and head into the town, and you make your way to the small graveyard in Timberland. Caradwin, as you are preparing, getting ready for the study for your finals, your and whatnot. Imzith approaches you and sits down across from you. We need to have a little chat.
Unless that chat is you helping me pass my finals. Not right now.
I would like my compensation for taking care of the were-rats.
That's a Gallenford thing. That was his thing with the were-rats, if I remember correctly.
But do you not have the items I want?
What items?
The
I truly do not remember.
she wants the flute, the lantern and the crystal that you have that can restore all your spell slots.
It doesn't restore all my spell slots. It restores a first level or a second level.
You also received a crystal that can restore all your spell slots.
Oh.
Back, it was in the well. Or back underneath the where you guys fought the vampire bears when you explored a bit further.
The Valerian Stone.
Yeah, the Valerian Stone.
I must have removed that from my list at some point. But I don't think I'm the one with the flute, if that's what she's asking. And again, compensation up to Gallenford.
It's for that rat lady, right?
Yes.
Didn't we just put a bounty of 1,000 gold?
That's all the bounty that was there, yeah. If she took the bounty, that's 1,000 gold. Those items are certainly worth a lot more than 1,000 gold.
Yeah, you can't negotiate the price after you've
You're
done
not
the
there.
thing.
But so she goes. If you're saying go find Gallenford about the bounty or whatnot, she will go find Gallenford.
Yeah, this is. Caradwin is. To be fully honest with you, Caradwin's not going to give up that stone that restores all of her shit. Absolutely not.
Caradwin, the treasurer, like counting money. It's like, I like my compensation. It's like, that's Gallenford's problem.
We already gave the money to the Hunter Slayers. That's where her money is at, if she wants it.
As you guys are training, Gallenford, you are approached by Imzith.
In the middle of our duels.
Yeah. I would like a word about my compensation.
And I finished showing a maneuver to one of the recruits or whoever. I'll kind of step away after showing that maneuver. We heard when we were in the Feywild you took care of the bounty we posted. How is that family doing?
Well, the parents are dead and the children are around.
That is sad to hear, but thank you for getting revenge. Did you already pick up the bounty from the guild?
I don't want the gold. I'm sure you got the message. I want some items that you have.
Well, I have one of those items. And since I did care deeply for that family as we have saved them, I have no problem with giving up that flute. But that is the only item that I have. The rest I would say is from the bounty that we actually put up.
Who has the lantern?
Me? I'm not giving her a goddamn thing. She wants the flute, that's 1,000 gold worth of flute that she has. She can do
Did
other
she
jobs.
ask who has the lantern?
She wants the lantern, the flute, and the gem, and the crystal.
I know. I'm trying to actually word this when she's speaking to me.
Oh.
If she asks who had the lantern, I'm like, I could have swore we lost that thing a while ago, but I do not know where that lantern is. But I do have this flute out of the bag.
Give me a deception check.
Since I will lose it tonight, I am going to utilize my inspiration.
You guys are just screwing over somebody that has been helping you out.
That's too many powerful magic items for one job.
Technically,
She has those items, she could do more jobs.
Technically, we didn't ask her to do nothing.
And the bounty was for 1,000 gold, not items. That was non-negotiable. We don't know what the fuck this dragon lady wants.
That one item that lets you recharge all your spell slots, that's a
And the
If we
only
find
item I
out
do
that this
actually have
lady-
on me is the flute.
If we find out that this lady has a symbol of the dead man under her cloak, I'm gonna crack up.
No, this is not related to the dead man at all.
If that's the
She's
case, then
collecting
she'd
magical
definitely hate
artifacts.
Mason.
Yeah, she would.
She gives you a stern look, like, why? Do you know? I need those items. Those 3 things to help you out.
When she says that, I'll kind of look to Aurora, Stig, and Mason to kind of continue training the group, and I'll kind of lead Imza to a private chamber since I do recall speaking with her about a few things. And when we're in private, I'll just be like, "Can you elaborate?"
It's no secret that most likely you will be heading back to Herman. Any fool can figure that out. But do you know what the true danger, one of the true dangers that reside in that kingdom?
Dangers in Herman and the keep there?
No. You went into a swamp, correct?
Yes, and we narrowly escaped from the hag there. She sicked some oddly deformed creature, and the flute I just handed you apparently calls forth a corrupted black dragon in that swamp. Or at least they said it was corrupted, but it might not be.
We gave up one of our nukes.
Apparently, Gallenford handed over the flute. You wouldn't know that you didn't know there was a dragon underneath. You just know that the flute summons a black dragon. How do you think a swamp like that gets like that? In a place where a swamp should not have grown.
Flooding.
Well, to my knowledge, I thought the place was always a swamp like that. You're telling me it wasn't?
Not originally. It takes a creature powerful to turn a pine forest into a swamp.
And would that be the hag? I think it was Bog.
No. The creature that is a creature that lives underneath the swamp. Most likely aligned with her, but a black dragon of ancient proportions.
Are you intending to go face this creature alone?
Yes and no. I don't intend to face it in his own lair. That would be suicide. I intend to draw him out. But in order to do that, I need the lantern and the magical gem.
If you draw this thing out, won't it go on a rampage all around?
Not necessarily. You will be drawn to the flute. But that doesn't mean he'll go on a rampage. And I do not intend to do it here.
Where are you intending to draw it to?
A place where I will have advantage. That's hence where I need the lamp. So I can get to the location.
Sounds like they got it all planned out.
When you explain things, it kind of makes it easier to understand and for people to be helpful. Now, I'm a bit more to talk and negotiate and more trusting, but as you've noticed, we've gone through a lot, so not everyone else is. I'm pretty sure asking for some assistance and understanding, and others who are a lot smarter than me might be more forthcoming. That information you just gave me might get you further.
That's why I'm giving it to you. So you can acquire the items I need that some people may not be willing to give up. I have done more around here than just help out with the were-rat problem. I've trained the bears. I've watched over the fort. I've chained soldiers, people who have come and go. I've watched over the orphans that have come here. I have done plenty. Now let me repay that debt in full.
During this negotiation, do I believe everything she's saying to be true?
Give me an insight check.
Fuck.
The stern look, her voice, the seriousness that she's giving you. You believe that she fully intends to help you out by getting rid of this threat. And an ancient black dragon is not something to be taken lightly, especially if as you know that she was once an ancient dragon herself. You recognize that the threat is coming forth is real, and it sounds like she has a plan to take care of it, but she needs these 3 particular items to enact it.
Eat for dinner tonight. I will speak with the group and inform them of everything that you told me. But I do have a slight question with something I just have an idea for. Since we had agreed we'd also try and help look for a way to restore your power. Would eliminating this threat also restore you?
Give me a persuasion check. Yes.
That is understandable then. We did say we would aid you with that. Especially with the threats we told you may be coming to the planet. So you at your full strength would definitely be helpful. And if what you're planning will also cleanse that land, I don't see anything bad with that. I'll speak with the group at dinner time.
Please.
It might help if you join us as well, but I'll present everything. And if I missed anything, you can kind of add anything I may have missed.
I got the impression from Caradwin that no matter what I say or what's going to be said to her, it may not fall fruit, so you have better luck.
It might also help with the properties of the lantern if after you've used it to locate what you're looking for, it may still help us locate a few things after you've used that. If she hears that, that might kind of help sway her.
But you guys exit the room. Caradwin, you are continuing getting ready for your study, your finals for last semester before you're on winter break. So there's like a week left before winter break hits. Stig, Gallenford, Aurora, Mason, you are all continuing on with your and Caslin. It seems like Caslin's there too. Continuing on. Wait, is it Mason? Oh no! Okay, no. I'm sorry. Mason, not Caslin's not there. Sonia and Caslin, you go for a walk in Timberland, checking out the graveyards, going, kind of paying your respects, just kind of getting a feel for the town and whatnot. It is a lumber town.
Does a 32 hit?
Jesus. But it seems like, as of right now, after the trying battles you've had in the Feywild, things are kind of beginning to look up for the time being. You guys are relaxing, smiles around. And from there, we will end this session.